Hey everybody. I haven't spoken in a couple of days.
Preseason patch has been out for a couple weeks, so we now have a really good idea of who the most impactful carries are. In today's video, we'll be breaking down the 10 most OP champions to climb with in preseason 2023. 2 champions for every single role that are a step above everyone else. But before we get into it, be sure to check out Skill Capped if you want to truly get better at League of Legends. We're the only service that offers a money-back guarantee if you don't climb at least 5 divisions while actively using. Champion in the entire game right now is Fiora. Fiora's win rate spiked about 3% due to the preseason patch, and it's for a couple of different reasons. With the tank item rework, we have many players experimenting with the items which indirectly buffs Fiora. Fiora loves playing into tanks due to her consistent DPS, mobility, and of course true damage potential. Fiora is also winning 59% of the time against Cassante, and considering he's being played a ton, it's amazing for her. Tanks coming back is great, but arguably the biggest influence to Fiora's power level has been the buff to Ravenous Hydra. The item is now the most optimal rush option for Fiora and provides her with incredible early game snowball power. Bonus AD and Omnivamp, along with the ability to perma-push waves, gives Fiora a crazy amount of side lane pressure. It's not just Ravenous though, as Spear of Shojin fits perfectly as a third item. The core of Ravenous into Divine Sunderer and Spear of Shojin is absolutely insane. Rune Page for Fiora is Conqueror with Triumph, Alacrity, and Last Stand. Grab Resolve for secondaries with Bone Plating and Unflinching. Our second top lane pick is not quite on the same level as Fiora, but trails right in behind as the number 2 top lane carry, being Shen. Shen is by far the best abuser of the new core build, consisting of...
Shen is so fucking good right now. Actually, I've played into a bunch of Shens recently. I think the character is pretty simple and straightforward, but you have to have good map awareness to play him. Because of his ult, right? But damn, that character has been fucking people up. Especially support. Dude, him and support's been very annoying to play into. But top, yeah, also, he just wins lane, gets incredibly strong, and then he fucking, the first time he sees somebody fighting bot, he goes, well.
Heartsteel into Titanic Hydra. All the health is amazing for Shen as it provides him with a massive shield from his ultimate. 1.3k health from his first 2 items, and if we do a quick calculation, knowing that Shen R scales off 16% of his bonus health, he's getting an extra 208 shielding. The passive from Heartsteel providing even more bonus health for fighting the opponent is insane too. If Shen gets ahead in lane and is able to constantly skirmish, then the health stack becomes even more ridiculous. Shen can also play quite well into Fiora and Camille compared to most other top lane picks, so he's a good answer to what we see in the current meta. The optimal rune pick for Shen is Grasp with Shield Bash, Second Wind, and Revitalize. Run Cheap Shot and Ultimate Hunter for secondaries. Jungle has slowed down a little in preseason, with counter jungling being less effective and smite upgrades coming in later than before. This has allowed for junglers who have a very strong level 6 or a great mid-game spike to rise in power, and Echo has most definitely been one of them. Everything comes together really well for Echo, as he now spikes super hard all at once. Full Smite upgrade will come in at around the same time Echo hits his 2-item core, allowing him to completely take over games from then on out. Echo's ability to secure objectives has become even more ludicrous for preseason as well. Since Smite now deals 1200 damage to monsters at the max upgrade, it's hilariously easy to steal objectives. Echo's passive combined with E deals well over 1000 damage to monsters on 3 items, so add on Smite and that's over 2000 damage in an instant. That's Nunu and Cho'Gath level crazy, but Echo actually has the advantage because he can dash over walls to steal. There's always a way back into the game when you're playing Echo in solo queue, which makes him really strong and fun to play. The build is a Rocket Belt rush into Lich Bane or Nashor 2nd and Rabadon's 3rd. Run First Strike as the keystone with Magical Footwear, Futures Market, and Cosmic Insight. Best secondaries are Eyeball Collection and Treasure Hunter. Another super OP jungle for preseason that many players are actually building wrong is Hecarim. So many players continue to rush Divine Sunderer or Umbral Glaive on Hecarim when either Ravenous or Spear of Shojin are far superior. Hecarim's best performing build right now completely bypasses building a mythic item, as the combo of Ravenous and Spear works wonders. Clear speed becomes insane with the early Tiamat purchase, and the snowball power from Ravenous works so well with how Hecarim wants to play. Heck clears camps super fast, so it's very easy to keep max stacks on Ravenous Hydra's carnivorous passive. At max stacks, Ravenous will provide 85 AD, which allows you to...
Yeah, true. Pretty much anybody can use these 2 items is really, really good right now. I play AP Bruiser.
One-shotting damage of Conqueror, so as if Zed wasn't already an OP mid laner for solo queue, then definitely rush Raven. Collection and Ultimate Hunter.
Yeah, Ravenous
Charges the
on
massive
everybody, dude.
rush
Too
into
good.
Shadowflame second and Rabadon's third. First strike is the strong Ravenous Hydra is on the champ. As one of the best
Yeah, Ravenous Hydra is just too good right now.
players second and Lord Dominic season stacking a ton of health. Kai'Sa's third is actually Kai'Sa's top performing build in solo queue. You can pick Kai'Sa and know that whatever
Oh yeah, this becoming
the enemy comp
good.
plays, you will have an answer to it, which
Cool.
feels really nice. For runes, run Lethal Tempo with Triumph, Bloodline, and Coup de Grace. Magical Footwear and Biscuits are the way to go for secondaries. For our first support pick, we have a bit of a curveball that many would not expect, as it's Rel, so let's explain. Despite the support role seeing no direct changes for preseason, there has been one new item addition influencing the role. That item is Radiant Virtue. Rel players that rush the standard Locket or even Shroud are winning around 52% of the time, which is pretty normal for Rel. Rel players that rush Radiant Virtue are currently winning at an insane clip of 58%. This is not due to a small sample size either, as there have been over 5,000 Radiant Virtue Rel games so far. So why does Radiant Virtue work so well with Rel? The Guiding Light passive on Virtue provides Rel with ridiculously strong all-in power. Whenever you use Ultimate, you will grant your team bonus ability haste and healing power, which makes skirmishing super nuts. Keep in mind that you grant these stats to every single teammate within 1200 range of you, so the gold value from Virtue can be massive in a 5v5 fight. The core build to try on Rel is a Radiant Virtue Rush into Knight's Vow 2nd and Wardstone 3rd. Rune Page is Glacial Augment with Hex Flash, Dematerializer, and Cosmic Insight. For secondaries, run Bone Plating and Unflinching. To round out the top 10, the best support you can play for preseason is Janna, and it's not really close. Janna completely shuts down the current solo queue meta. There are so many melee champs being played in top and jungle that Janna can nullify super hard. You have to go all the way down to the 23rd most played top laner to find a ranged champion right now. For jungle, with the likes of Hecarim and Echo and super OP spots, picking Janna can really help shut them down. Even for mid lane, you got Zed and Sylas as the most played, so Janna just plays into these melee heavy comps perfectly, thanks to her unmatched peel power. The build for Janna is a Moonstone Rush, followed by Redemption or Putrefier 2nd and Ardent Sensor 3rd. Take Glacial as your keystone with Free Boots, Biscuits, and Cosmic
This is actually
Insight.
pretty strong.
Best secondaries are Fonts of Life and Revitalize. Alright guys, before we wrap this up, let's tell you a little more about Skill Cap.
Not because I'm going to play any of those champs, but because now I know what I'll probably run into. Because people will just spam whatever's good. Also, this manhwa is doing pretty good. You're dating, so yeah, she's assuming that this guy's dating his best friend, aka she's just called him gay, right? Are his best friends, and we're both men. And the first I like is, what? You're a guy? The comic, the manhwa itself is actually pretty good. Yeah. Yanwu's Innocence. It's actually, I read all of it. It's 90 chapters already yesterday while I couldn't fucking move. Let's see, what does it look like shit? Oh no! Oh! Oh yeah! Bruh, what a hunk. That's right. This ranger will not become a cuck. No one's fucking my girlfriend but me. Ha ha ha, she's chasing me. Why are you talking to her? I'm jealous. My mental health isn't where it should be. And I don't feel like looking inside myself to see if something else is wrong. Instead, I'll transform. X-Chop. Vital love. And this, my girlfriend. Damn. Man's actually did get cucked. Oof. Wait, is there more of this? What is this? What is this show? Is this a show? What is this? What did I discover? Oh, fucking okay. That was really cool. I don't understand any of this, but it's cool. It is cool, though, I do admit. I will admit. Cool. I'm happy for them. Good. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Bruh!
Perfect.
Bruh. Okay, I gotta get it. Oh, it's so fun. God, I know I've said it a million times. Please, 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 please listen to Men I Trust. It's so good.
I hope to be around the day we grasp in truth the nature of mind, befriending time in truth. In a middle way, I stand where many stood, only to come home again. Walking through these streets I know too well, but my thoughts stray away. I dream
of my
future,
future.
but from time bound,
Becoming myself without any end. I dream of my future, remote from time bound. Becoming myself in truth.
I wonder at this light enclosed in our soul in truth. And bid our clay remain soft as it is in truth. In a
I'm a bird.
Enemy remaining.
You want to play? Let's play.
Yeah.
Easy.
Give me your best Uwu Harbor.
Match point.
Whoa,
Come on.
please, Harbor.
No, give me your best Ara.
No.
No,
You do it,
come on,
Raze. You
come
do
on.
it, Raze.
I do it? Hold on.
You'll do it.
2 hours later.
If you're like me and are completely doo-doo and hard stuck in Valorant, then today's sponsor's for you. Today's video is sponsored by Valorant Tracker. For people living under a rock, Valorant Tracker is an app of everyone in your stats.
I'm not.
I don't know if I want to.
What the?
What?
You're gonna explain that one.
Dude, those are just monkey sounds. No.
Bro? What, bro?
Yeah, boy.
Get greedy.
Bryce, you can't be talking.
Oh.
Yo, Jet, can I get the Vandal? Jet.
Hey, Raze, you want a free Vandal?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Jet.
One enemy remaining.
Oh! That was a crispy shot.
Hey, Raze, no offense, but
What?
you kind of have like a League of Legends attitude. If that makes sense.
Do I really? Oh my god, that. You know, the League of Legends
Switching
comment
sides.
really bothered me.
Oh, I'm sorry if that bothered you. I got called pussy like 15 times in a row in all chat.
That
You're
Jet
yelling
told
at
me
a
to do
teammate
that.
in
Jet
all
told
chat.
me to do that.
Flashback.
That's so fucking funny. Get your ass back here!
Let's go, Raze. You're so good.
Oh my god, why did you have to say that?
Such a good girl.
What? Huh?
What?
Uninstalling.
What?
Bruh.
I'm uninstalling too after that one.
I know
What?
that. My bad.
Hell yeah, dude. Oof. Here we go. Alright. Do people actually play fucking Jack Show on... Cat Evolved is a monster, by the way. Just fun fact, if you look up Cat Evolved, harassment... Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty guys, so we know Mo came out with a bang, the bomb, and hit Cat Evolve and Bello with it. You guys know. And finally, after, you know, Cat Evolved took a break, and he finally.
Matthew Stafford may not be seen the rest of the season based on the concussion.
Tortilla shells.
I'm live every single day at twitch.tv/CatEvolved. See you guys. Amen. Yeah.
Damn, dude. Character's such a fucking face roll, bro. Disgusting.
A limited edition plush with Makeshift, and this time it's Casper. So if you want to grab your own Casper plush, make sure you get. Gambling on platforms like Twitch has been controversial for a while now. Twitch does have the power to stop it, and they seemed all too happy to crack down on hot tub streamers once upon a time. But with the asinine amount of money these gambling streams are raking in.
Yeah, there. Listen. In fact, hold on. Let's actually go to Twitch. Still a category, right? Yeah, people are just gambling. Yeah, Crackdown, huh?
The platform's reactions have been pretty minimal at best. Plus, with massively famous and successful names like Drake attached to these streams, this content has become a true staple on Twitch, though more on him in just a moment. At any time, you can search for gambling or casinos and come across these brightly colored gambling streams. Some of them, like Sugar Rush, have dead-eyed, neon-colored teddy bears, bright stars, and other candy shapes. These streamers tell their audience that these games can really turn around before you know it, and after a few short spins, you'll watch them supposedly earning thousands, if not even millions of dollars.
160x, 160k, 160,000, right?
Wait, where is it? Where's the you will lose thing? There's Code Ape. There's G Fuel Code. This must have been before he started doing that.
Maybe you chase that high along with them, scared and anxious once their wallet drops closer to zero, only to cheer and root them on when they earn it all back and then some. Dopamine, serotonin, whatever the hell it is, you know that gambling is playing off of that little rush that you get, and you can't help but watch. And when the stream ends, maybe you consider trying it yourself. It's only a few bucks after all. Plus, the streamers made so much money, so what's the harm in just one spin, right? I think we all know the answer to that, considering that these games are designed to be addictive. But there's a bit more to this aside from brightly colored candies and virtual casinos. Either Drake, who stepped in to make this content even more popular by teaming up with the crypto casino and sports betting platform known as Stake. He joined not only to win real money, but to give it away in tips to his fans that watched him play. In one of his streams on January 11th, 2022, it had tens of thousands of viewers watch him earn millions of dollars, seeing his balance climb to over $20 million. Of course, various highlights and other YouTube channels have stressed that it's not as if this lasted. Drake lost everything he earned and then some by the end of the night, because he seemingly didn't know where to stop. In total, from December 2021 to February 2022, Drake allegedly bet over $1 billion in total.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Like, that's how often he was playing and the kind of money he was betting. But the problem here is that it's not just adults 18 and older watching these streams, but kids are watching too. You'd think that that would be enough to make Twitch and these streamers a bit more careful, but that's not really the case. And Drake, with the massive views he's pulling in, is no exception to this either. Although Twitch did ban referral codes and certain links on their platform in some sort of attempt to curb the spread of gambling, creators can easily circumnavigate this with some hosting giveaway in their chat and putting their referral codes on Discord. Gambling platforms like Stake might say they're not available in the US, as internet gambling by bettors in the US is actually illegal and states have to regulate it on their own terms. But let's be real here for a minute, plenty of people can simply use a VPN and with a few clicks, they're able to access popular online casinos. A few opinion pieces have come out saying that even if Twitch doesn't care about age-gating the gambling on their platform, the streamers need to step up and do better. One of these pieces on Inven Global cited a 2013 study by the Journal of International Gambling Studies, which showed that, I'm sure big surprise here, the teenage years are extremely formative into who someone is going to be in their adult life. So yes, these gambling streams are warping their viewers' idea of what gambling is, making it seem like it's all fun and games when that's not exactly the reality. And that's especially when casinos like Stake are supposedly paying streamers a ton of money, and I'm talking like $900,000 a week to play their games. It's not as if many of these streamers are just regular users that sign on, toss a few $100s into the slots and make bank. They're typically getting paid and using house money to make their bets, all while creating the illusion that these wins are authentic. But the lies don't matter because it's just so popular. Now, here's the thing. Does Drake have a gambling problem? I've got no idea. I obviously don't know Drake personally. And he simply may walk into these games with whatever the house gives him and the intention to spend it all because if he's getting sponsored, who cares, right? Personally, what I find gross is that Drake knows he's famous, he has influence, and doesn't seem like he's being fully transparent when he easily could be. Like, yeah, it's great that he gave some money to his viewers. I'd hazard a guess that some of them are going to use that money on these casino apps and lose far more than Drake gave them. That's just my opinion, of course, but I'm not the only one who sees an issue with this. Drake.
But it's their fault because they watch Drake, and so if they want to get addicted from secondhand gambling. Well, I mean, whose fault is that really? The answer is their neurology and also the casinos that design themselves to be insanely addictive, and also, I guess, the people who put these kind of, put these in front of. So I guess, put the shit in front of you. Especially when you weren't searching that out, you were searching for the person instead. Yeah, I suppose. Then that's you're right. This is bad. Yeah, it is his fault. Damn. Damn, I never really thought of it like that. I guess it is all of Drake's fault, and he is a bad person. Damn. But also, he is the person who taught me that good people can be in wheelchairs too. It's just, you have to be a bad person to end up in one. That's what I learned from watching him in Degrassi. First name greatest, last name can't stand. No offense to my wheelchair-bound brothers and sisters.
Drake, as well known as he is, could have refused the offer unless more precautions were taken to keep minors from entering the stream. Sure, it said 18 plus, but there's really no way to enforce it. It's just disheartening to see that even though Drake isn't exactly hurting for money here, he's promoting online gambling to potentially young viewers for, whatever stake is paying him. Maybe Drake is a puppet of online gambling, as some have suggested, or maybe he's just using this as an opportunity to, get paid a couple extra bucks. Regardless, Stake stands to benefit from their relationship for one giant reason: the trust people have in Drake. And sometimes, those that support Drake will stand by him no matter how scummy he gets. Hello and welcome to the Corporate Casket. I'm the Illuminati, and today we're going to be talking about who Drake is and his rather sketchy background. Now, although he's made a lot of headlines recently for his online gambling controversy, Drake has practically been a household name for quite some time now. Here's a brief recap on who he is in case you may not be familiar or forgot. His father was a drummer for Jerry Lee Lewis, but he was primarily raised by his mother and attended a Jewish day school. He felt extremely isolated in the Forest Hill community where he grew up, later saying that, quote, "Nobody understood what it was like to be black and Jewish. Being different from everyone else just made me a lot stronger." His claim to fame happened early on in life, though, when he landed the role of Jimmy on the Canadian teenage drama Degrassi. Though we talk about the meaning of being self-made and how so many people often have help, Drake really did build his career from the ground up. He started writing lyrics in his late teenage years, and according to him, was even kicked off Degrassi in 2008 because of his hectic music schedule. Just a year later, his third mixtape featuring the song Best I Ever Had found great success under his very own label, propelling Drake into stardom. 2009 was a whirlwind. He was seen making out with Rihanna, he was signed to Lil Wayne's new label in a massive bidding war, and teamed up with Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and even Eminem to produce a song for the LeBron James documentary. The list goes on. There's really no understating that Drake found incredible success, and it seemed to be the result of hard work and years of dedication and talent too. It wasn't handed to him on a silver platter. His fan base grew, and those that loved his music have said it's because of his emotion. Drake gets emotional and introspective on his tracks, and his relatable lyrics are one of the reasons why he's been called one of the most important artists of his generation. But there are a few points of contention here, because while Drake might say that he started from the bottom or seem to imply that he made his career out of nothing, it's not as if he actually grew up at the bottom. The average income for private households in Forest Hill, the neighborhood in Canada where he grew up, is more than 6 figures, about $101,000 a year. Those that talk about Drake's struggle will sometimes joke that it's nothing more than middle-class people problems. So his supposed crawl from poverty's trenches just isn't accurate. Like, let's be real, the worst thing that happened to him was getting shot on a television show. He didn't live the same struggle he portrays.
True.
But it makes for a good story, sure. Like, we've talked about what being self-made is plenty of times before. Drake seems very willing to tell his story because he's trying to be, as one fan put it, authentically hip-hop or hood, even if his background just doesn't really fit with that narrative. While started from the bottom, now we're here is a catchy tagline, it sure seems a bit of a stretch to call his upbringing the bottom. Sure, Drake can.
Started from the upper middle, now we're here. Just doesn't roll off the tongue as well, you know? I get it. Started from middle class and now I'm incredibly rich. Started from upper class, from one upper class suburb, and now I'm incredibly rich. Nigga. Drake, can you say that? Yeah, I can say that. As it turns out, I'm black. What the fuck? Drake is black. Started from the bottom now. Started from the bottom now. Head. Started from the bottom now. My whole damn head.
Can rap whatever the hell he wants, and those lyrics are his choice, obviously. Personally, I just take issue with people underplaying financial privileges and advantages they had growing up because I feel like it continues to perpetuate this idea that it's easy and accessible to achieve the American dream, when in reality, that's not the case. And yes, I am aware he's Canadian. I just know that the American dream holds like context of being like you can start from rags and get to riches kind of situation. Just roll with me on that. I know he's Canadian. The truth is, crawling out of poverty is extremely difficult when you don't have a leg up. It's even more insulting when you think about how many people in the hip-hop and rap industry did actually crawl out of poverty to get where they are. You can't just co-opt other people's life stories. Another important point to make here is how Drake represents himself to his fans. Not only is he a celebrity and musician, but many believed he was genuinely kind. For example, at one concert, he called out a male fan for groping women during his show, condemning the behavior. He's advocated for the feminist movement and had people awing him when he was collecting Birkin bags to give to his future wife. As Refinery29 puts it, he's hip-hop's good guy, the handsome, kind, and sensitive one. Even though Drake was at the Astroworld concert, co-starring with Travis Scott, he still seemingly maintained this squeaky clean image. After all, the footage that was released largely showed Scott being more to blame for potentially inciting the attendees, resulting in 9 deaths after crowd surge.
True.
Drake did make some headlines for being named in a lawsuit along with Scott and Astroworld, but it sure seems like he wasn't aware of the situation, and his apology sure looked more heartfelt than Travis Scott's, even though that isn't exactly saying much. One article has even stated that he, quote, represents a new breed of young men, a breed that, according to the article, doesn't just talk about drugs and guns, but respects women and aren't afraid to be honest with their audience. Firstly, the words breed of young men is definitely just weird wording to me, like maybe just don't refer to a group of people as a breed. I don't know, it just feels kind of creepy or weird. I can't really place my finger on it, but something about it is just kind of giving me the ick. But secondly, how different is he? Is Drake actually the clean-cut, honest, and emotional image he's portrayed to be? Or do the accusations of him being a groomer actually have some weight to them? Let's start with how Drake openly treats women, and then we'll talk about who he allegedly is behind closed doors. Drake's respect towards women only goes so far. Even fans of the rapper admit that it pains them to say it, his persona and actions are in direct contrast to one another. Megan Hunt wrote on Affinity magazine that you listen to his music and develop this picture in your head of a man who will think you're pretty without makeup, someone who thinks you deserve better friends, someone who still calls his mom regularly. But at the same time, he's slut-shamed and spoken as if women owe him something for his nice guy persona too. Megan uses plenty of Drake's songs as examples, like the lyrics, "I'm such a gentleman, you should give it up for me." One lyric that especially got under people's skin is the one from Certified Lover Boy where he raps, "Yeah, you say that you a lesbian, girl, me too." Now, I know what you might be thinking. Those are song lyrics, it's just a song, and frankly better than a lot of things that have been said about women by rappers before. Joking around saying, haha, I'm a lesbian too? Sure, it may be insulting for some, but others think this isn't worth reaming him for, like it's just not worth the criticism. But fine, what about calling the mother of your child a fluke? Drake had a child with Sophie, a former porn star, and essentially hid his son's existence from the world. Not only did his representatives call Sophie a liar before Drake himself confirmed the child Adonis was actually his, but then in his album Scorpion, he had the nerve to refer to her as a fluke. The exact lyrics are, "Baby mama fluke, but I love her for who she is." The thing is, it's not as if a lot of reputable sources are reporting on the topic. I'm sure there are fans that may say this wasn't intentional or it was exaggerated. Yet, I would have to assume that someone as big as Drake has a team of producers and musicians working on his tracks. There's no way that this was only heard once by him, approved, and then sent into the world. People heard this. He and his team heard this multiple times, heard it, and then said, yeah, we're good with it. Let it go live. But it gets worse, because on the same album, he sampled some incredibly famous women singing, only for the songs they're featured in to be, well, critical of women. In the song Emotions, he rapped, I know a girl whose one goal was to visit Rome. Then she finally got to Rome, and all she did was post pictures for people at home, cause all that mattered was impressing everybody alone. If Drake wants to make a point, that's fine, but why did he need to sample Mariah Carey's song Emotions on it? Obviously, I cannot speak for Mariah Carey, but it sure doesn't seem like that's what her lyrics were intended for. It just feels a bit disrespectful to the original artist, to the intent of the song Emotions itself. Now, he also samples Lauryn Hill from her track X Factor on his song Nice for What. The music video of the song has a lot of women in it. Issa Rae, Misty Copeland, Rashida Jones, Olivia Wright, and many, many more, which is awesome, right? Which is great, of course, until he just kind of calls them hoes throughout the whole song. Refinery29 argues that Drake was trying to act like a hero or a savior towards women just to make himself look good. The song made headlines like, I don't need Drake's feminist anthem Nice for What? It won't fix hip-hop's misogyny problem. Some didn't call Drake's new hit a feminist anthem, but said that most of his songs are sad fuckboy anthems instead, which is great. Other articles questioned if Nice for What would redeem him, while some praised it for being wholesome and marking a new era for feminist Drake. Again, I do not know Drake personally, I don't know his intentions. Maybe they were pure here. I personally just find it hard to believe that he was really all that invested and careful about how he rapped about women when he literally called Sophie a fluke in the same album. Not to mention, he doesn't exactly treat all women the same either. Yes, he did jump on the opportunity to sample Mariah Carey for a track, but on another one of his songs, he used his ex-girlfriend's voice without her permission. According to Erica Lee, his ex, they agreed to work on the song Marvin's Room and split the proceeds. She was asked to record the song's hook and monologue, and Drake even acknowledged how important Lee's contribution was, texting, "You basically made that song." But for someone who basically made it, Drake seemed pretty hesitant to give her proper payment and credit. Drake insisted that he didn't promise her anything, and though some tabloids suggested that the lawsuit was settled, there's nothing else really said about the case. That same Refinery29 article that started off with high praise for the changes Drake made in the industry ended on a low point, stressing that he's merely not as reckless as other rappers. Unplanned pregnancy happens, but Drake didn't only ignore his responsibilities, he seemed embarrassed by Sophie too. After all, this is the same guy that rapped about how much he values college degrees versus women that are involved in porn, all while having a child with a former porn star. I don't really think you can be a feminist while simultaneously building women up and then breaking others down. This sentiment has been echoed in opinion pieces everywhere. Drake isn't really a feminist, he's just not as sexist as other rappers that may consistently degrade women's bodies in their lyrics. That seems to be a pretty consistent narrative. Sure, he doesn't use objectifying language as frequently, but is that really raising women up? Maybe yes, to somebody, I guess. Like, he uses the term bitches and hoes enough that it just feels like it shouldn't be something, like, to be proud of. Like, you shouldn't really be calling yourself a sensitive, like, feminist in tune rapper or whatever. Sophie, as it should go without saying, deserves respect regardless of if she has a college degree or not. Drake shouldn't be ashamed because in his eyes, he was dating someone uneducated or lesser. That's just not the case. Drake should be ashamed because of the way he handled the situation and insulted her, nothing more. Between this, his questionable lyric choices, and mixed reviews on his feminist anthems and the doubts around sampling his ex-girlfriend's voice, the way Drake treats women isn't 100% black and white. Maybe you give him credit for the massive changes he's made to the music industry and don't see a problem with some of his language. Or maybe you believe he's just a hypocrite. Reactions are mixed here and understandably so. But
I was gonna say, I think that he's a hypocrite. Oh yeah, I forgot about all this shit.
How Drake treats girls, as in minors, well, then the credit some fans give him starts to run dry.
Yeah.
And before we go ahead to talk about some of Drake's interests in underage girls, I'm going to go ahead and put today's sponsors here. It's going to be a quick little 2 to 3 minute point for you to sit and think about it. Do I want to hear about this or not? If you don't, I'll go ahead and see you next episode. Great having you here today. But I'm just letting you know that after this ad break, we're going to talk about some disturbing shit. So that was your warning. With Masterclass, you can learn from the world's best minds, anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace. You can learn modern Japanese cooking with Nikki Yakayama, Or you can learn about wine appreciation with James Suckling, or if you're so inclined, you can learn about creativity and leadership with Anna Wintour. With over 180 classes from a range of world-class instructors, that thing you've always wanted to do is closer than you think. Now, recently, I've been taking the creativity and leadership classes with Anna Wintour, and honestly, I just love her voice. I love the way she speaks. I could just listen to her talk about anything for hours. But as the holiday season is approaching, I realize people like to drink wine and champagne and different types of wines and all that good stuff. And I am unfortunately horrifically educated in the wine department because I don't really drink that much. So the wine appreciation class with James Suckling has been absolutely monumental to me. I know I've mentioned it before. It is very helpful. It's something I can continue to rewatch because I seem to always forget. And it's great because I can go back, watch it for about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then have a decent enough understanding that I can sit at the dinner table and understand what the hell I'm actually talking about and what I'm actually drinking. And what's really going to be great about Masterclass is that it's not necessary to sit down and just watch a full class from start to finish. You can start in little sections like 10 minutes at a time and slowly chunk your way through each course and learn at your own pace. That is super, super important. So if you're ready to learn something new, brush up on a skill, or just refresh your mindset a little bit, make sure you check out Masterclass. This holiday, give one annual membership and get one free. Go to masterclass.com/casket today. That's masterclass.com/casket. Terms apply. Self-care is always something that's top of mind for me. But in between meditation sessions or trips to a yoga studio or even a nail salon, how often are you taking care of all your needs? Well, transport your mind to a world where you can relax and treat yourself with Dipsy. Self-care has never sounded better. Now, Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of short, sexy audio stories designed by women for women. And they're racially inclusive, they have stories for straight and queer listeners, and 56% of stories are voice acted by people of color. But hey, sexy doesn't always have to be the mood, right? Sometimes it's just not the vibe, and I get it, I've been there too. Well, Dipsy also offers sleep stories and wellness sessions. Great things that you can listen to and just kind of unwind with, because life is stressful, and the holiday season, very stressful. I don't know why everyone says it's the happiest time of the year, because I swear to God, this is the most stressful time of the year. And almost any way to unwind is a surefire win in my book. So for listeners of the show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/casket. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to dipsystories.com/casket. That's DIPSEA stories.com. dipsystories.com/casket.
God.
Please note that this next section will contain mentions of sexual assault. And again, let me just throw it out there that not a lot of reputable sources are reporting on this. So feel free to take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I am trying to stick to what we know that Drake has done and not insert too much speculation outside of it. One of these incidents is pretty obviously disgusting, and we know it happens because you can actually watch it play out on stage. Here's the scenario. At one of Drake's concerts in 2010, when Drake was 23, he invited a fan on stage. He danced with her, kissed her neck, and even commented on her shampoo. I've got no idea if she liked this, but it's not as if that matters when she told Drake that she was only 17. Drake said,
I can't go to jail yet, man. 17? Why do you look like that? You dig. Look at how it is.
You'd think that would be the end of it and Drake would apologize and she'd leave the stage. But Drake's comments grew a little bit more disgusting. He then tells her, I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breasts feel against my chest. So, talking about a 17-year-old's boobs on stage, real classy stuff here, especially when he's 23. He absolutely should have known better. And for those of you who are listening who are above the age of 23, because I know when I heard this comment initially and I read it, and then of course, I went, I had to go look at the video, I was like, oh dear. But I thought about it, and I was like, when I was 23 years old, I was like, nope, yeah, I didn't look at a 17-year-old, and I was like, ooh, yeah, fabulous boobies. Like, that just didn't ever cross my mind. So it's one of those things where I'm like, how exactly did you get to that? And then to say that all on stage publicly at a concert, like, it just doesn't click for me, but apparently it clicked for him. What's worse yet about this is fans were actually cheering for him, and many seemed to just laugh about it when Drake said he didn't know if he should feel bad. The cheers only grew louder when he kissed the fans' cheeks and forehead. This clip started resurfacing around sometime in 2019 after even more rumors and skepticism about his relationships with minors started making headlines. Around that time, Drake was called out for having a weird relationship with Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven in Stranger Things. At the time, Millie was 14 years old and Drake was 31 years old when they met.
Yeah.
And they struck up a friendship that both said was a friendship or a mentorship, whatever they want to call it, and nothing more. Other sources, though again, many of them aren't the most reputable in the world, they claim that the text between them show something a little deeper, and Drake was supposedly texting Millie how much he missed her. When she turned 18, a TikTok user played audio from a SpongeBob episode that says, "Finally, I've been trying to catch you boys all day," beneath her 18th birthday. It should be funny. I'm sorry. I love a good SpongeBob meme. I'm so fucking tacky. But you guys know the quote and how it goes. But it was, underneath her 18th birthday photo. It was, again, meant to imply that, hey, Millie was finally 18 and legal to do stuff with, which, again, is a really fucking gross implication. Drake, in a moment of sheer stupidity, commented "lol" beneath the TikTok. Not exactly what you'd want to see on a comment beneath a video like this. But perhaps to her, this really was just a lovely friendship. But people were hesitant to give the benefit of the doubt to Drake. Drake was supposedly dating a model that was not much older than Millie around the same time, so it really doesn't make anything better to add context to just the time frame that this was all going on. Now, unfortunately, it's been widely speculated and rumored that Drake was dating model Bella Harris when he was 31 and she was only 18. US Magazine has reported that they aren't dating, while others said the caption of her "No place I'd rather be" on a photo of them together was a couple confirmation. So, did Drake date her? I don't know. I've also got no clue about what kind of text he may have sent Billie Eilish when she was 17, but Billie staunchly defends their friendship too. He may or may not have been with Kylie Jenner or other members of the Kardashian family too, but again, there's no confirmation either way. But what we can confirm is his absolutely disgusting behavior on stage and his off-putting comments in response to a video celebrating Millie finally turning 18 years old. Clearly he knew that fans believed he was interested in Millie and wanted to sleep with her. People were throwing out groomer accusations at him, so you might think that he'd be careful about what he was saying, but nope, apparently not. He just commented "lol" under the video as if it was just one big joke to him. While the birthday bash for Kylie, the reputed relationship with Bella Harris and singer Georgia Smith, who was supposedly dating Drake when she was 19 and he was 30, or the text with Millie, I don't know how far any of these interactions actually went, but it does feel strange that Drake has had so many close relationships with young girls over the years. Surely it can't be that hard to stay away from minors, right? Or, I would think not. I don't know. Maybe don't talk about a 17-year-old's breasts on stage. That could be a really good start in 2010, and you couldn't even do that then, and that's been 12 years since then, so I don't know. But the real question here is, does this mean that Drake's career is coming to an end or that he's getting canceled? Well, I highly doubt that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Controversy has embroiled Drake for a while now. It just doesn't stick to him. Whenever truly large controversies or lawsuits have come his way, they haven't seemed to hit the mainstream media. Back in 2017, a woman by the name of Laquana Morris, who goes by Layla Lace, accused him of sexual assault. He insisted that everything between them was consensual, but still ended up settling for $350,000. Layla's story didn't seem to add up at first, but even after she filed a complaint with the New York Attorney Grievance Committee against her own attorney, the case has remained quiet. Other lawsuits that haven't really made headlines in anything but tabloids include Noelle Detail Fisher accusing Drake of sicking a bodyguard on him and copyright infringement in his music. Even when violence surrounding him has made the news, it's often specified that his entourage or his bodyguards are the ones involved, going overboard with people close to him or being rude to drivers in Toronto traffic. And that means that Drake himself still goes into the situation looking innocent. But here's the thing. Whether Drake was the aggressor or not, and some say he has been, the various stories around Drake's security team going overboard should be something that he can't prevent. If they're truly roughing up Shawn Mendes and acting superior and just plain dangerous to drivers on the road, then he should be firing them for that. Even if I will admit that I frankly couldn't care less that it may have been because of a fight with Chris Brown. But in the same way, if Drake gets a reputation for being sketchy around underage girls, then there's a simple solution. Maybe stop texting those underage girls. Also, as a brief note here, since initially writing this script, Stake and many other gambling sites have actually been banned by Twitch. Their partial gambling ban is at least a step forward, though many believe it's not enough.
Yeah. Okay.
But with all of that being said,
I'm good. Okay.
Told you.
Fuck me off.
AD on chamber. If I didn't whiff so much on the KO, I actually had more there.
God damn.
Oh, 115, 115. 115, bro, 115. Hold on this right away. Big. That's just Jen. That's one Jen with the judge. Shot. You guess.
That hold.
One B. Or
I'm talking.
Yeah, okay. My ass, right? Those right clicks weren't hitting.
One more yellow.
Oh, back left.
Cleavage.
Yellow.
Hopping stairs and one good.
Damn!
Nice.
Going off. Did he burp or something?
He didn't pop it. He's not here. He didn't orb here.
One here. Wait. Sorry. Flank.
That guy.
Wow, no. Shimmer does as well too.
Wait, he didn't go. They're both two. It's running out with the classic.
Also mid as well. Oh,
Delta B. Alright, stop, tether.
Hold on, what's up?
I'm playing bricks. I have cross right now. They have wall though, they can... on brim, but stairs in here.
Yeah, 40. Nice shot. Damn! Told you. I didn't even panic. I didn't even panic. I didn't even panic once. That's weird.
Do you have to worry about health?
Is it just me or like forehead kisses more romantic than actual kisses?
That was a cipher falling on me.
Do you guys like going faster still? I like going slow. You guys are going a little faster here. There's a lot to keep up with. Like there's a wall that I can't get to Chris. Break the wall. Shit, let Chris do it again.
Nice lurk.
Maybe shower or I think you shower. I think.
Nice. That's so cute. What if we did a TikTok like that? What if we did a TikTok like that? Wait, do you want to? I'm down. Wait, Ace? A-Link,
No!
I got you,
Wait.
Go for it, go. That's right.
Oh my god, that res was insane. Oh yeah.
GG's. Have a nice day.
Damn, I love watching fucking Flex Ninja, dude. It's like relaxing, you know? Alright. What the fuck is this?
Hey everyone. Every belief system, every ideology, and every religion, no matter how extreme or different they might be, still have at least one thing in common uniting them. And it isn't some abject form of morality or a common belief of the virtue of man. No. It is that every single belief system, every single ideology, and every religion, no matter how extreme, has at least one weeaboo. And the Ukraine war is no different, because no matter which side you look at, you will find some type of anime reference in some corner, like some weeb patch or a weeb sticker. All the way from the people on the ground fighting, to people giving humanitarian aid, or even Russian state TV. But these little discoveries aren't only limited to people doing wacky things, but also include buildings.
What?
This is the story behind the Donetsk anime shop. So around the beginning of that stuff that's going on in Ukraine, amidst the chaos, there was a discovery. An anime shop in Donetsk, Ukraine. Piqued the interest of myself and many other internet abusers. On the surface, this is a pretty funny image, which seems to have been photoshopped in order to garner a comedic effect. I mean, the image itself is pretty funny with the single horror poster outside, but if that was all I was going to talk about for this 10-minute 18-second long video, then it wouldn't be very interesting. But to the people who can't read Cyrillic, psst, that includes me. No, this isn't only funny because it's an anime-focused shop situated in Donetsk, but also because this particular store actually has its focus on selling military medals and other such souvenirs about the Donetsk People's Republic, as seen on the signs above the store entrance, as well as the little sign besides the door. You know, the offshoot region which had the majority of the fighting before the 24th of February. Now, without getting too critical, the people who populate this offshoot region tend to have very strong opinions on which country they belong to, and in connection to that, very nationalistic beliefs.
Oh.
In the name of the shop, as well as the flags on the door, which should be noted
Oh.
not the flags, but the flag of Novorussia, which is the name the region had under the Russian Empire. I know we just glance over the fact, but yes, to summarize, this is a pretty radical shop selling military souvenirs and anime merchandise besides each other. Which is funny, but not the whole story. And
okay.
for that, we need to investigate the origins of this meme. You know, the reason you clicked on this video. This image got popularized on the Non-Credible Defense subreddit, a subreddit dedicated to military/defense shitposting. Let me reiterate that it got popularized there, because like always, Redditors steal shit. Big surprise. The actual origin of this meme was from Twitter by this Twitter user, which I DM'd to confirm. He in turn received it from a mutual of his earlier in the thread, which originally posted the image but is now suspended. He most probably got the image from 4chan, where it was circulating at the time. Now just stands the question, how did some 4chan user find this image to begin with? Well, I found the original source of the image, which is this, a kind of Tumblr-ish blog website called mediasol.ru, in a post dedicated to funny advertisements from the 30th of March 2019. This in turn spread around the Russian internet sphere to places like reactor.cc, a Russian Reddit clone, and their version of OK Buddy Baka, the Reshotka Democratic Republic, a page dedicated to anime memes, which is probably the way in which it seeped its way onto the Mongolian basket weaving forum we all know and loathe. Now that we have the original image, we can just use Google image search to find the location. And we can find that this image belongs to the otaku shop in Donetsk. Actually, no, it doesn't. This is wrong, and fuck whoever attached this image to the otaku shop, because this threw me off so fucking hard you don't even understand. I wasted so much fucking time just to find out that this image is just there because of some piss random who added it knowing nothing and just seeing an anime themed shop in Donetsk and thinking, this is probably it, I'm fat and retarded, haha, post. But ironically, do you know who saved the day and set me back on the right track? The fucking Non-Credible Defense subreddit. That meme stealing that the karma whoring wholesome big chungus redditor did wasn't in vain, because this man, no, this hero commented on it. You/Ruvi Rumir, an actual Ukrainian who had lived in Donetsk and had actually visited the store before 2014. Remember this man's name because we will get back to it. His comment reads, I am been there before 2014. It's in Donetsk at the market. If I remember right, this was a small anime shop named Pulsar. It was taken by force from the owners, and I guess transformed into this abomination. The Pulsar shop was reopened in Kiev, after its owners safely evacuated from Donbass. Now from this comment alone we get a lot of valuable information. The name of the shop and a time frame. And sure enough, if we Google the name of the shop, we can find that the shop has a Instagram page, a YouTube channel, a VK page, a Twitter, and a website. And if we
Whoa.
mine the website and VK page for information together, we can find this post from 2014, which reads, just like Ruby Ramir said, that the store owners had to flee. Our dear
Aw.
friends and favorite customers, we are pleased to inform you that all Pulsar has safely moved to the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. At the moment, we're selecting premises for our physical shop. We are sure you'll get lots of pleasant surprises, winky face. Last 2 months have not been easy at all, because the constant fighting in our city, the complete standstill of all delivery services and banking system, we are forced to temporarily suspend the Donetsk physical anime shop until the situation is stabilized. Shop on Beacon will start to work when conditions are more favorable. We are the best because we have the best customers. Your Pulsar. And some time after this post, an update post was made, confirming that they had moved to the capital successfully.
Yay!
Dear Kievites and guests of the capital, after several buckets of sweat and lots of time, our Kiev branch of Kawaii Zone is finally open and waiting for you. We tried our best. We hope you like it there. Colon 3. Shop
Thank
is
God.
located at M. Petrovka,
Oh.
7A, Verbna Street. Just after the book market, at the turn in the direction of Mega Market. And in the present day, they have moved to an even bigger place in Kiev, and from what I can understand, are running the store as good as you possibly can under the current circumstances.
Right.
Back to the central topic. As for the store, we have the name, the date of the original picture, and parts of the story. But we're still missing one vital bit of information to piece this puzzle together.
Yeah.
Where the shop is located. If we look back at the comment made by Ruby Ramir, we can see that he mentioned it to be at the Donetsk market. But me, with my less than perfect translation software, didn't manage to find that. So I took the natural next step and DM'd him. And after a while, he responded, "Hello, I'm interested in the comment you made about the Donetsk anime shop about 5 months ago. I am currently trying to find the store which replaced it, and I was wondering if this is the right address where the Pulsar store was before. Hello, I'm not 100% sure, but this place. It looks the most accrued in terms of layout and being a big pavilion market. I can't confirm that this is 100% because there is no good picture on Google Maps. But in what pavilion exactly was Pulsar, I have no idea." And later, sent me something extraordinary. I accidentally find a website right now with all Google Map panorama of the inside of the Pulsar before 2014. But it's in negative for some weird reason. Maybe it's going to be of use to you. Yes, that's right. Let me proudly present to you the inside of the famous meme of the anime shop in Donetsk. And if you want to take a closer look yourself, there's a link, as always, in the description.
That's tight.
Now, although we do get the exact position this picture was taken and what was going on around 2014, we do not get a lot of information about the shop which took over the spot. Roughly translating to 2D magazine. I have tried to find the shop as hard as I can by searching up phone numbers, searching for the name of the shop on Google as well as Yandex, and tried to find the shop's VK page. And since none of the things I've found can be verified from the outside, we can pretty much safely assume that this shop has either stopped existing, switched names, or doesn't have any social media presence, which itself is a huge possibility.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I managed to find. A YouTube video from Radio Free Europe, which is probably the closest thing we're gonna get to an actual representation of the shop. The YouTube video got uploaded around the same time the picture got taken, and the topic is exactly what we're looking for. Souvenir shops in Donetsk around 2018, specializing in souvenirs relating to the Donetsk People's Republic. Sadly though, this video doesn't show the place which is filmed in each segment or the name of the stall which is filmed. But don't get me wrong, one of the stalls shown in the video is most probably a stall owned by the shop we're talking about. But without an address or the name of the shop, which this video lacks, we can't make sure. But hopefully, with this video, the fog around the mystery of the Donetsk anime shop has cleared a bit. And I've added some more completely useless information to your brain in the latest lot between World War II strategy games and VTuber drama. See you next time. Hey everyone, your favorite schizo internet lore master and body fluid story collector here. So for those of you who are
So the T1 roster announcement for 2023 was meant to be at 10 AM today, but it got moved for some quote-unquote last-minute approvals from our friends and to put some graphics together, according to T1 CEO Joe Ma on his Twitter. I've basically been sitting on the T1 Twitter perma-refreshing to make sure I had this news as soon as possible to put out for you guys, but as T1 does, they did all their announcements at half-an-hour intervals, so I would have had this done so much faster if they just did all their announcements at once, but anyway. Without further ado, the starting T1 roster will be Zeus in the top lane, Owner in the jungle, Faker in the mid lane as he signs another 3-year contract with T1, Gumi Yusi as AD carry, Keria as support with Roach, Sky and Tom as the coaching team. Zeus, Guma and Keria are all still signed until 2023 and Owner is signed until 2024. I'm sure this isn't to any surprise of the community. We saw T1 only barely lose Worlds and many say they would have won considering how inconsistent DRX played throughout the year compared to T1's top of the ladder standings. I can't wait to see T1 compete again this year, although I'm surprised they didn't put Guma's Varus in the jungle. As I can only upload so much as well, I thought I'd just put this on the end here. As per Ashley Kang of Horizon Esports, former Damwon and FPX top laner Nuggery has decided to retire from professional League of Legends. After watching him win Worlds in 2020, I was convinced I'd never seen a better top laner before. I'm sad to see him go, but I hope he succeeds in the future. A bittersweet day for professional league, seeing Faker resign for 3 years and Nuggery retire. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the 2023 T1 roster, and as always, if you haven't subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate it to keep up to date with league community news. Bye!
This Korean Udyr main is taking over the server. 90% win rate, full lethality, one tap Udyr. It's the new meta in the jungle and it is disgusting. In today's video, gentlemen, we're going to be talking about what this guy does so well, why this strategy works, and how you guys can copy it in your own games. Potentially climb some divisions in the preseason.
No. Okay, what the fuck, man? Let's find out.
And now I'm going to get to probably the most asked question that I've been asked. Not just today, not just yesterday, and not just on this Ask Me Anything, and not just on my Instagram. In the last month, the question that I have been asked the very most is, how has Andrew's conversion to Islam affected your brotherhood? How has it affected your relationship? Is it going to affect your relationship? Is it going to be strange living in a household with two faiths? Are you going to convert? These are a bunch of questions that have obviously come through, and I'm going to try to answer all of them within the next few minutes. So, Andrew's initial point about Islam he was making many months ago before he officially went loud with his conversion. I knew about his thoughts and you know, the way his heart was leaning for a very long time. And Andrew made a very good point, a very strong point. And his point about Islam was this. He said, if you walk around a Catholic country, a country like Italy, and you insult Jesus Christ, or if you walk around England and you insult Jesus Christ, you could say offensive things about him. You could tell an English person or an Italian, here you go, say something bad about Jesus Christ or your God. Here's some money. Will you do that? And people would do that largely as a whole. And also saying bad things about, you know, Jesus Christ and their God. Nobody would face any repercussions. You could walk around the street freely saying these slanderous things, which is very rude and very impolite, and nobody would do anything about it. However, in the Muslim world, you see where I'm going here, such example is simply unthinkable. A Muslim would never insult his own prophet. He'd never insult his own God. And that too, if you were in a Muslim country or even in the presence of Muslim people and you were to insult their God or their prophet, they would be absolutely furious. Someone might even punch you in the face. And that's very fair enough. But what Andrew failed to mention, which is a point that I think I'm going to raise right here, is there are people in the world who will punch you in the face if you insult Jesus Christ and if you insult Jesus Christ or the Virgin Mary or anything. And those people are the Muslims. Now, if you don't...
Yeah, guys. Hi! It's... I don't care. I don't care. I thought it'd be interesting, but I just don't care. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Also, hi, John Mix. Yeah. Well, hey, be careful. Can't laugh at gay babies in jail anymore. Apparently, laughing at gay babies in jail is encouraging child endangerment. So, whatever. YouTube. It's literally like living in fucking 1984. I didn't know that. It was Big Brother over here. Can't make fun of a fucking child about to die, huh? Huh? Jesus.
Follow the light.
Not in this country. With Joe Brandon in power? You're right. This Obama nation, Biden nation, I will not obey or abide. Ugh. I'm so sick still. Fuck me. I found a new comic, new manga. First issue came out. It's called Versus. It's an isekai kind of. It's really, really good. It's a very, very good premise. In fact, here, take me cheerleader. Eto. Bleh. Also, yeah, YouTube streaming. I'm trying it. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah. Because right now on Twitch, I'm getting targeted a little bit by a hate group. So I'm just gonna duck out of there for a bit. I'll probably go back like in a month. Ugh. And also it's 8. I have to get up soon. I already took my shower last night, but I'm gonna shave again. Brush my teeth before I get out of here. Not in this car. True. Oh yeah. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for this. Versus. Here, let's read it. Excuse me. When I'm in the hood, razors on tongue. Nowadays it's amazing raising young. Alright, check it out. Is this readable, by the way? I don't know. Actually, there's a very easy way to find out. Hold on. Other than asking, but... It's a little smushed. Bigger TV. Hey, there's that guy. Hey, that guy. Look at him. Hey, look, guy boogieing. Okay. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Woo! It is in fact still spooky. Sorry. Get out of here. In the realm of nature, it's a term, natural enemy. It's a term, right. It's No Scare November. Oh yeah. I forgot that people were doing No Nut November. And so when I got sick, right, I did not do that. Oh, also, let me actually, before I even start. This weekend, I was so fucking sick. I was so sick. When I get scared, I nut. That's... You're not alone. You're not alone. I was so sick this weekend, though. Oh my god. I just literally laying down, waking up, drinking water, and going to sleep. I didn't eat until what? Yesterday? And then I had tacos, a slice of pie, and I drank like way too much Arizonas though. I had like 3 Arizona iced teas, like over the course of a day, which is a lot. Damn, I needed that sugar though to get me to move. Fuck. Now I feel I still feel pretty bad, but way better than I did. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not coughing every time I fucking open my mouth and shit. Like, ugh. You should have heard me this morning when I was trying to talk. I didn't realize I was like, I'm Sage. And now I'm like this. Like, my throat still hurts pretty bad, but I'm also a little exhausted. That's not what I was gonna say. But I feel pretty good, all things considered. And I'm happy. Alright, but yeah, I want to share this real quick. Oh. Esto... Bleh. In the realm of nature, in the terms of indicating a absolute predator of a species like birds, insects, snakes, and frogs, when against one's natural enemy, is absolutely impossible. And then we got this. Ooh, so cool. The ones assembled at this sturdy fortress, they are some pretty simple and cool character designs. It reminds me of not one. The guy who worked as one, he did Ice Shield 2020, Maria? I don't think this is Maria, right? I actually would say, right? Oh, it is one. Oh, Lamau. That's why the character designs are cute. But yeah, this guy is aping Maria's style, which is tight. Oh, heroes! The time has come! The time of the age for this fight with humanity's existence on the line. Humankind has been subjected to generations of suffering at the hands of the dreaded foes of humanity, the demons. By now, almost all of the earth has fallen into their grasp. Areas across the world are under the control of 47 demon kings. One that reigns above them all is the absolute supreme ruler, the great demon king. Demons have invaded, and I'm not doing the voice anymore because my head hurts. Demons have invaded and slaughtered us to the point where humanity's prospect of survival can be linked to a single candle flame amidst a gust of wind. At this rate, will humanity be swallowed up by the demon army and be doomed to a fate of destruction? Nay! Over these centuries, we haven't just been cowering in fear. We've been singling out people from around the world who have what it takes to oppose the demon army, using every last bit of humanity's resources, time, and technology, and hope. We've trained the strongest superhuman group. In other words, the 47 heroes that have assembled here. Hear me, you are humanity's last hope. This Gramps is going on and on. From here on out, each hero is gonna lead their own party and head out to where we've been assigned one of the 47 king fortresses. Looks like it'll be a race to see who beats their demon king first. 9th hero, Bolster. Sounds good to me. I ain't losing. 23rd hero, Facasio. Hold it. I'm at a disadvantage since my region is so far. 41st hero, Alicia. 3rd hero, Abyss. Hey, Abyss. With you and your genius squad around, the rest of us might have nothing to do. Go easy on us. 30th hero, Lee Wan. Hey guys, don't underestimate the demon army. They're... Now, Lee Wan. Everyone here understands just how frightening the demon army is. When Bolst was a kid, his village was raised by the demon army. For Ficaccio, it was his parents. Alicia's dearest lover was taken by the demon army. It's because we all understand that we've trained to death up to now. And that's why we can have this banter. It's our sign of confidence. So don't worry yourself like that. And if you put on such a grim face, you'll scare off the ladies. You know? 19th hero, Alio. We'll win for sure, isn't that right? Hollow. 11th hero, Hollow. He's super nervous. Hollow. Here, water. Thanks. If you're gonna puke, use this bucket, Pain. Should I rub your back, Pain? No, I'm okay. 11th hero, support fairy, Pain. After hearing the king's speech, I felt the heaviness of the responsibility I'm shouldering. My bad. You're too earnest, Hollow Pain. Are we gonna be okay, Pain? You haven't changed since I first joined you as your support fairy at the training school, Pain. It'd have been so nice if I were the support fairy for a great man like Bolst, Pain. Don't say that, Pain. It's true, Hollow lacks flexibility, but he won't lose to anyone in terms of strength of heart. Since I've trained by his side all this time, I know that well. It's that very strength that is most necessary for heroes. That's what I think. Ario, let's both do our best. Take down the Great Demon King and give each other congratulatory toasts. Here. It's a promise. Hollow. You got it, Ario. Now, sally forth, 47 heroes, defeat the Great Demon King and save the world. Do. That's like, if it were to appear on the screen, that's the sound it would make. Is that crazy? Man, what a good first chapter. Whew. And then half a year passed. Uh-oh. There's more. Another letter smelling of blood, Pain. Tidings from the kingdom. Let me see, Pain. Oh no, but give it here. 9th hero Bolst. Failed to subjugate 9th Demon King Van Game. Deceased. 23rd hero Ficaccio. Failed to subjugate 23rd Demon King. Captured as a lab animal. 41st hero Alicia. Failed to subjugate 41st King. Mind broken, now an invalid. 30th hero Lee Wan. Deceased. 3rd hero Biss. Deceased. 10th hero MacBuck. Brainwashed. Became a demon. Abyss? Even Thunder Hero Abyss, who defeated the lightning magical beast Gora? But it's the same news every time. Just once is fine, but hasn't there been any news of defeating a Demon King? Just how many heroes are left at this rate will also... Hollow. What should be done? After half a year's journey, our 11th hero party has finally reached the castle of the 11th Demon King Jachi. You've overcome hellish trials over this past half year and become stronger. However, day after day, it's nothing but heroes who have become strong like us, meeting cruel ends. Pain, what are you? Isn't it obvious, Pain? I'm heading home, Pain. Humanity's finished. The world's done for, Pain. No one's dumb enough to face a fight they know they're going to lose, Pain. At the very least, up until the end of the world, I'm going to live freely without a care, Pain. If anyone here wants an early death, go right ahead, Pain. Nineteenth hero Ario failed to subjugate 19th Demon King Nobu. Battle was terminated, whereabouts unknown. Take down the Demon King. Give each other congratulatory toasts here. Pain's right. No one's dumb enough to face a fight they know they're going to lose. Huh. Oh, you understand me then? Well, yeah. In this situation, even a hard-headed guy like you, I'm the only one that needs to be that dumb here. Guys, thanks for everything up until now. I'll take down the Demon King with my own hands. Wait, huh? Were you listening to me at all, Pain? You're gonna get yourself killed, Pain. I know. Even then, I'm going. I'm a hero. The Sword of Courage is shining brilliantly. The Sword of Courage, the fruits of humanity's long history of magic research, have produced this sword. One is supplied to each hero. The sword reflects the wielder's magic and willpower to manifest tremendous power. It's a wholly anti-demon weapon. It's the only promising weapon against the Demon Kings. This man's heart still has not been broken. Is that so? Do what you want, Pain. The rest of us will be taking our leave here, Pain. It's not our fault if you lose all hope alone out there, Pain. Or are you going to, Pain? We'll come with you, Hollow. Everyone? Maybe our existence lies in supporting the hero, and Hollow, you are indeed a true hero. That alone is more than enough reason to bet this life of mine. Thank you. Let us venture forth to our final battle. Enough, Pain. I'm out, Pain. My life's what's most important, Pain. Jeez, I just can't leave you alone, Hollow, Pain. I'll just have to tag along, Pain. Pain, even your... Strange, it's too quiet. Why isn't there a single demon? Is it a trap? Let's keep going. I was getting tired of waiting, humans. Don't worry about these demons. They're just the audience. They won't take part in the battle. It'd be boring if this long-awaited fight ended right away. I am the Demon King Jachi, hero. Show me your power. Great Demon King Army, 11th Demon King Jachi. Damned demon looking down on us? Then behold, the power of humankind. Highest supreme flame magic. Hell flame. Good grief. I guess it's good enough to handle a flame. Old man Regis? Frail. Humans. So damn frail. Looks like this won't be much of a fight. Lyle! Mazrina! What happened, Pain? It must have been affected by the dense magic that surrounds my body. It's impressive for a human to last even 10 seconds at this distance. Ah! I see, that's a fine sword. So that's the rumored holy sword that can injure a demon king. The swordsmanship isn't bad, even with continuous blows. You must have accumulated lots of bloody intense training, huh? However, it's not close to enough. Are you looking for this, perhaps? Holy swords packed with humanity's wisdom and the chosen heroes who wield them. So this is the last resort the humans spent all that time preparing. Oi. Take that holy sword and cut me up. I'm not trying to trick you, you know. Now what will you do? Come on, I'm defenseless. You damn demons. How much of a fool you make of humanity until you're satisfied? Natural enemy. In the realm of nature, is the term indicating a absolute predator of a species. Like birds to insects, like snakes to frogs, like to humans. To win against one's natural enemy is absolutely impossible. I see. Now I get it. So this is the limit of human trash. To think you challenge one of the 47 Demon Kings at such a level. What a joke. Don't even dream of facing the Demon King. That would be a dream within a dream. Hollow! Ha! Hollow! Hey, Hollow! Magic's profoundly deep, you know. The more you learn, the more mysterious it gets. Is that so, big bro? Summoning magic is especially interesting. Look here. I'm drawing a summoning magic circle. An apple came out of nowhere! Wow! Hollow, the apple wasn't brought forth from nowhere. This apple was growing on that tree and was summoned here. In other words, summoning magic pretty much teleports substances. Oh. Oh-ho. The best part is what's next. Draw the same magic circle, but mess up a part of it on purpose. This is a failed summon. An apple-like thing that's not an apple was summoned. And the weird thing is the failures, there isn't one fewer apple on that tree. So this apple-like thing that's not an apple, exactly where was it summoned from? Well, Hollow, isn't that interesting? Don't know. Well, you've always been better at moving your body than using your head. In the future, when I become a mage, you'll definitely become a hero. Hollow! Hollow, are you okay, Pain? Pain? Where are... You were swept pretty far down the stream from Jachi's castle. You almost didn't make it, Pain. I've been treated. Was it you? No, actually, after you washed up on the riverside, some unexpected folks happened to pass by. They're the ones that looked after you, Pain. Big Bro Zaby? It's been a while, Hollow. Hollow's older brother, Zaby. Since I was assigned to the mage squad, right? Zaby! Your face is as impactful as always, Pain. We slacked off a lot together back in training school, huh? Why are you here, Zaby? It's part of my mage work. These guys are my subordinates, Freen and Wally. We've been on a journey with a task that's been different from the heroes. This man is your younger brother, squad leader, a hero? Yep. Truly fearsome. Even with the skills to be selected as a hero, ended up with such harsh injuries. The demon army is truly unfathomably powerful, brother. Forgive me. It's not just me, Bolst, Ariobis, we all losing is the one thing us heroes aren't allowed to do, and yet. It's alright, Hollow. You all fought well. Thanks to your efforts diverting the Demon King's attention, we were able to secretly progress toward the other plan. The other plan? What's that about, Pain? Squad brother. Squad captain. Behold the sky. What? What Pain is... What Pain was that, Pain? It's about time, all according to plan. What's this all about? What plan are you talking about? Hollow. Remember the apple I summoned when we were kids? Back then, the apple-like thing that was... apple-like thing that wasn't an apple I summoned? It wasn't from our world. It was summoned here from another world. Summoned from another world. You see, while the hero squads were heading to the Demon King's castle, our maze squads were similarly sorry. We're similarly split up into squads that went around the world. That squad is the 7th Northern Squad. Freen and Wally are its survivors. As us mages created a summoning magic circle, gigantic enough to cover this entire world. For what purpose are you? What are you trying to summon? Well, that's demons. They follow the scent of our blood here. At a time like this. Stand down, Hollow. You're not in any condition to fight. Brother, you stay right there. The plan was a success. Success, but fireball magic. Fireball! It's over. Even my brother's magic is hopeless. No matter how much we fight, no matter how many strategies we use, it's all against the demons. There's no way. There's just no damn way we could win. Who said we'd be the ones fighting? No, forget about me. At the very least, save yourselves. Run! I've never smelled anything like this before. Something's coming, Pain! Captain Kayla, an identified organic life. Life forms are assailing humans. Rescue them! Eliminate those organic life forms. Yes, sir! Do 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 ba 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 do 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 da da. Who are they? They killed those troll demons in an instant, Pain. We did it. At last, we did it. We summoned an entire other world from a separate time space. You summoned another other world? An entire world? Our world's people no longer have the power to resist the Demon King's army, and so we sought help from another world's humankind. Humankind from a world, the history totally different from our own. Awesome, Pain. This other world's humanity is no joke, Pain. What was that magic from before? And that armor I've never seen before. This precisely rely entirely on another world strategy, Pain. Exactly. Now none of us have to fight anymore. These guys are going to save us? Save this world and all of us? We're all saved? Are you residents of this world? Ah, right. Introductions first. This is important, Pain. This is the important part, Xavier Pain. Welcome to our, right now. Mankind's enemies have driven us into a crisis. We're on the brink of extinction. Please, won't you please save us? When your plan is to just let an entirely different universe fight your fight, but then they're also looking for someone to rescue, so now you're just both doomed. My face. This is me. And so yeah, that's Versus Chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed that little setup. Pretty paint by the numbers, and then that happens. And I think that's pretty interesting. Oh, and with that, I actually do have to start getting ready to go to work. I'm unironically probably going to get fired soon. Because I called out on Friday. But yeah, if I get fired, that's fine. I'm already looking for new work. But so it is what it is. I'm not too worried, but yeah, I'll need it. Anyways, until then, goodbye.